Heard you too hated long intros, so let's go straight into the tips that I want to share with you. These are lessons that I've learned over the last couple of months in my businesses or my entrepreneurial ventures. I believe they're going to help you immensely if you ever find yourself in the same situations as me. So, the first one that I want to discuss is rich people have a very low threshold for poor quality services, or any kind of disturbances for that matter. So, I've been acting as a part-time real estate agent slash manager for a condominium for the very wealthy and extremely wealthy individuals. Okay, so this is what I found out. As the tenants pay a premium price for their apartments, it might be due to their view, due to the services, due to the location, whatever, right? They're gonna be very vocal at any slight inconvenience they experience. And that's totally fine. I believe it's their right. That's something that I expect. I love the feedback and it makes sense that they have the money and they want to pay it for proper services. Nobody wants to pay a lot of money to to have rude people talking to them, for example. Most of those people, the ones that made their money themselves, know what they're getting and they know how to bargain. They always want to find the next best deal or or to get the next quality of life improvement, right? So anybody can learn from that attitude. If you're paying for something, don't be afraid to ask for it. Don't be afraid to ask for that value. So yes, if you're in a business that targets the wealthy individuals, you have to show up every time. For the second tip, don't rely on untested suppliers or providers, especially for things that are expensive to fix. As a rule of thumb, if their particular job means 30% of your project, for example, pouring concrete, right? Go with a company who has referrals and the company you can trust to deliver on the project. In the case of pouring concrete, you actually have to ask for referrals. It's in the law. I believe it's in the law in EU. I'm not sure how it's in the US, but you actually have to have referrals from a legal point of view. But nevertheless, always ask for reviews, referrals, and stuff like that if what you're buying is really expensive or if it's a large amount of your project. So we did this mistake with some components for another entrepreneurial venture. We picked a supplier from China. It was way cheaper and we figured we could get two items at the price of one. So if we messed up with the first item, then we'd have a second one to try with. But we forgot about the wear and tear. So after 2 weeks of use, and I'm not kidding, after only 2 weeks, one component failed, and the other already behaves like it will die on us very soon. And it gets so frustrating. Like, in the end, we paid the same amount of money as you would have paid for the more expensive item, right? And now we clearly know that we have to repurchase the more expensive component. And the component from that well-known company, it would have lasted us 3 or 4 years, not 1 month, because we already had that component before, so we know how of a good quality it was. But we wanted to go cheap and we wanted to have the chance of basically failing, and that's not a good strategy. So when you're buying something expensive, don't go for the cheapest option. You'll usually end up paying more. And that's one lesson that's gonna take a toll on us. Third tip, don't be afraid to walk away from deals, that is, that are not offering you the value that you want. We've been doing this a lot lately, and here's the ugly truth if you support this theory. For each 10 deals that somebody's gonna offer you, or that you're gonna discuss, 9 of them will fall through. You're going to find that people either don't have the money, people or companies, they either don't have the money, or they don't want to pay that much, or they wanted to scam you in the first place, and that's the most annoying because they're wasting time and money, but you don't have to be attached to the outcome. That's basically the key to it. Don't be attached to it and understand that meeting with people is nice, but you have to know when to close the deal and when to postpone things, and maybe when to walk away. That's also very important. There's a lot of value in walking away. So make a decision and stick to it. And that's the most valuable thing that I can tell you. And that's certainly something that would save lots and lots of time, which I believe it's more important than the actual value of cash that you would be getting. Hey, you should make a drinking game out of this. Drink every time when I see value in this video. But yeah, that aside, those are the three things that I learned this summer in different ventures, and I believe they can be applied to a wider variety of businesses and of life decisions. And I really hope you learned something from this video. And if you did, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and all that kind of stuff that YouTube algorithm wants us to ask you for. So hope you're gonna have an amazing day and hope this was useful. I'll catch up with you soon.